The parts are difficult. Yeah. Okay. But remember, because these are like grammar, vocab, reading, and writing, all are interconnected. Actually, yeah, whatever you have learned from whatever um questions or answers that you get from reading and vocab, maybe you can just know you might trigger your schemata for you to help with your reading as well as so. We're gonna try our level best to finish off this workshop before 2 perhaps, because main Jumaat kan, ramai nak main Jumaat kan. Okay, so we have 2 more practices for part 3, and then we go for our short break, and then Dr. Azrina will start off with the mock test, and that will be the end of it. Yeah. Okay, so part 1 for writing, what did we do yesterday? 3 questions on what? What was the format of the question? Informal. Okay, what are you supposed to do? Chat box online. So it's more like a sort of a discussion or introduction into a chat group or a community whereby you'll be invited to join a club and they will ask you why and you give your reasons, blah, blah, blah. Your reasons, because nobody's checking for facts, so your reasons could be factitious. Can make up anything. But the easiest would be make it personal. Okay, you reka-reka lah but personal. All right. You doesn't have to be like, oh, I aspire to be a chef, whatnot. Okay, who cares? Right? As long as you have your content, your grammar, work, everything's almost perfect, then you're good to go. All right. That one is part 1. Okay. Don't spend too much time because it's very easy. It's just to warm you up. You have 3 questions within 30 to 40 minutes for each question. Correct? All right. Part 2. What did you do yesterday for part 2? Email. What kind of tone for email? Formal. All right. And then you have you need to adhere to the normal writing a formal email whereby you have salutations, okay, and then you have your signing off, right? If notes are given, it's best that you use all the notes, okay, but you can also replace the words given, okay, as long as the meaning is still the same. And then if you have time, you can write more than the word count given, provided you don't exceed the time, because part 3 will be the hardest. Okay. All right, let's do a part 3 then. What are you supposed to do for article? What kind of article you should be writing? The tone can be mixed, a little bit of informal and formal, but it should be informative and interesting. Okay. So for part 3, okay, again, you still have your Write and Improve app from yesterday. Okay, go to, what do you call that thing? Workbook. Join a workbook, and that is the account, pula. The code. Alright, pagi-pagi sangat kan tiba-tiba account pula. Okay, the invitation code EMKNW8RX. Yourself for 20. Or you need to have 20 minutes. Okay, get into the workbook and we'll start together. Don't start yet. Go into the workbook first. Key in the invitation code. And wait for your friends. We'll start together. 20 minutes. How many words? As much as you can. If I were you, as much as you can. As much as you can type within 20 minutes. Provided use the correct and ready so that I can start the timer. Set your mind, you're writing an article. An article should be informative and interesting. Notes will be given. Yeah, use up all the notes given. Tarik nafas. Okay, okay. If you have any problems, raise up your hand. We'll try to assist you. Right, and improve. Invitation code England, Malaysia. K is what? Kangaroo, Norway, Washington, 8. R. R is what? Russia. X, xylophone. Did any of you try one of the AI apps that I recommended yesterday for your writing? Tak sempat? Lepas ni sempat-sempatkan lah. Sempat-sempatkan get familiar with AI apps that will can assist you with your writing. Make sure you use or make sure you give a correct prompt to the AI to assist you with your writing. Ya. Masa ni je lah boleh guna AI. Exam nanti tak boleh. During exam, you are not allowed to open any browser. Google ke what not, tak boleh. Kalau you buka juga, senyap-senyap, dia tak akan launch the test for you. It will detect. You won't start. So you janganlah ingat, alah apa face tak nampak. Buka lah kejap nak tag, nak Google ke, nak check tu, no. Dia akan block terus. So if you fail to start the test means adalah benda yang you buka tu. They know. Shall we start? You ready? 20 minutes? Flex your fingers, take a deep breath. Set your mind, you're writing an article within 20 minutes. Use all the notes. Read the question carefully. Plan your answer. Ready? Good luck. 20 minutes starts now. supervisor. So now Suraya is bringing the laptop to school kan. She's doing a laptop. You boleh tap. Tap yang boleh find. Sudah tu. Yang boleh dia subscribe kan. Something really like ini seperti macam kita. Itu yang saya bawa. So switch. Oh, in the hall, in the other side, though. Ada sudah. Okay, for being such good citizens, I give you extra 3 minutes. Yang bilangan 4. Bilangan 4. Yang 4 lepas lah, yang Julai tu. Itu bilangan 3. Memang. Masa aku ambil ada dulu. I did first in Mandarin. Oh, the one has been English. Lepas aku take over consular, English. So when I took over, I made it at the end because it's a formal meeting. That's what I was told off by Kongkala. No, made it speak English. Okay. Aku kan satu buat ni. Satu buat lah. So I refuse to argue. Kalau tengok minit macam tu ni during my time, yes, tu macam buat PM. Aku buat cara yang betul lah kan, PM, cara bersetuju. Dah. Tapi selalunya tak soal. Dia tak kena lah. Dah 2 tahun dah. Tapi tak ada. Kau malas lah. Kalau bunyi kau tak dengar, buat. Ni. Speaking a bit more time. Kita buat satu je lah. How to respond. Okay dah? Kalau taking time juga. So kita do that. Just show them the response. How to take from the stimulus. So dalam stop from there. Start from there. All right, can we stop? Eh, I bagi 2 minit je extra. 2 minit. Bertenang, bertenang. Tak apa. Nanti mock test kita ada 3 hours nak buat tau. Don't forget about mock test. Mock test, the real test is about 3 hours. We'll try to accommodate 3 hours for you afterwards. So this is just practice, don't worry. All right, finish your last sentence. Submit, check. 20 minutes je. How many words? 180 to 220. Can you exceed the word limit? Yes, you can. Provided you are still within the time limit, provided you have checked your answers for errors, you can exceed the word limit. That's why I said you can write as many as you can within 20 minutes. If you are really fast, really good with your typing, go ahead. Knock yourself out. But make sure almost error-free. Tulis panjang-panjang tapi banyak salah sana sini, rugilah. Tak nak stop ke? Itulah. Exciting kan? When you're in the midst of writing something, you don't want to be disturbed, you don't want to be stopped. So your mind is flowing now. Okay, so which level are you at now? Good. That's good. But don't be too happy. Itu app punya tu. And only for reading. Nanti kena combine all the other components, then you get your real level. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I shall not wait any longer. Kenapa exit pula ni? Okay. This is the question that you have on your screen, right? For read and write. Okay, how do you answer the question? What was your strategy? Shopaholics Anonymous. Is it the topic? Is it the title? No, it's the name of the website. You can come up with your own title. Tak ada title pun tak apa. Kalau ada, okay. Alright, but don't spend too much time thinking of the most suitable title for your article, because you already mentioned here it's a website. This is the name of the website. Okay, that publishes short articles submitted by the public on general interest topics. Okay, you are asked to write an article about online shopping. Ni dah ada dah title dia. Alright, online shopping. Okay, you have done some research, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and you have 120 to 220 words. Okay, even though the question here says you have done some research, you don't really have to reiterate that in your article. I have done some research, blah, blah, blah. No, you are asked to write an article, go straight to the points. All right, go straight to the points. Based on recent findings, blah, 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 keep it short, go straight to the points. Okay, the notes here, more products to choose from. Can find deals and use coupon codes. Convenience, no lines or crowds, cannot physically inspect the item, have to pay to return. Okay, how are you going to utilize all the points here? Do you go line by line? No. You really have to look, digest the idea of the points there and analyze. For example, okay, books, if you were to buy books in a physical shop, it would cost you 15 ringgit. Whereby, with our hectic life schedule, we don't really have time to find a physical bookstore, but you can find a cheaper one online, and it's cheaper and bigger. You analyze. It doesn't have to be parallel like this. You can go here and there, but use these points. Okay. So one of the apa nama dia punya marking skill is actually your ability to analyze the points given. Bukannya terus direct straight. Okay, that's why spend some time to understand what is given to you and you strategize how best are you going to write your AC. Familiar kan? Biasa kan? Kita strategize. Macam mana? How are you going to ni? For example, cannot guarantee the freshness of the products. You can go here, the cons. Okay, you cannot physically inspect the items. Okay, any questions? Any new strategies that you want to share with your friends here on how to do this? Which would be the hardest part here? Ada tak anything that macam you got stuck somewhere here? Semua orang, I think we are all very experienced online shoppers, right? So this ni macam okay lah, sama lebih kurang je. So you can maybe put in, if you have the time, you can put in your personal experience. That's where you can elaborate on the points given. Okay? Jangan limitkan to 20 terus stop. If you have time, carry on. Tambah lagi. Yes. Okay, you don't have to actually copy the words per se from the table. All right. That's why you need to be able to digest it and you formulate or strategize yourself. Which one do you want to use first? For example, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. If you can replace it, will be better. They will show the correct. Yes, yes. You can use the words here, guarantee the freshness of products. But if you have better words to use, go ahead. They will show the level of vocabulary that you have. As long as the meaning is there, it's still the same. It still means the same. For groceries, okay, maybe you nak bagi example groceries apa, what kind of groceries that you normally buy online? Fish ke, vegetables ke, fruits ke, bagi example. Okay, you cannot guarantee the freshness of products because you don't want to be poisoned by food yang dah wilted or perishable goods. In other words, freshness of products or perishable goods. Benda yang cepat layu, cepat rosak. You see? Books, groceries, clothes. Use all. Use all. You can put it under categories. For example, these are clothes, these are groceries. Sorry? Don't worry. Kita ada apa sample answer. So get your phones ready. Okay, yang ni tadi. Ready? Tada. Okay, this is a B2 punya response. Nanti you boleh compare. This is C1. No, dia punya title simple je. Online shopping, anyone? Yes, ada orang jawab. That is the title of the article lah. If you want to put a title, keep it simple. Dia dah bagi dah pun title online shopping kan. You add je lah. You don't want to add anyone pun tak apa. Just put online shopping. See, the words in blue are the words given, the notes given. So in conclusion, online shopping has both benefits and drawbacks. Nampak tak the third paragraph? Online shopping can be a significant money saver for books with a broader selection available at low prices, convenient for groceries, hard to guarantee the freshness of products. While buying clothes online can save you money, you cannot try them beforehand. See all the points in one paragraph. That can also be done. Sorry? Paragraph 3 is the stimulus from the table just now, kan? These are the points given. These are the stimulus. So you can lump everything together, the stimulus I mean, in one paragraph. There are many ways of doing it. Again, it takes practice lah. Okay, dah ambil gambar dah semua? Okay, one more sample. Another sample for C1 ya. The title is Navigate the Pros and Cons of Online Shopping. Oh sorry, this one C2. Canggih sikit. Tu tak apa, it's okay. If you have the vocab, if you have this kind of ideas, go ahead, tak apa. Lagi senang kalau dia dah dapat situ kan. Mana tahu nak jadi lecturer lepas ni terus tak payah ambil test dah. Because we are at situ level. Tengok tak banyak kan? Only 4 paragraphs. But make sure they are written in paragraphs. Jangan short-short tulis semua satu perenggan. Tak cantik. And it's not the way articles are written. Should be written in paragraphs. And in conclusion, because you are writing an article, they want to know your opinion. Conclude. Don't leave it. All right. Because we are short of time, so that's all for practice 3. No, practice 1 for part 3. I shall pass over to Dr. Azina.
All right, thank you, Dr. Mimi. It's okay, I have. So we have managed to do the part 3 of the writing component. Any issues that you would like to share? Difficulty? Basically, the stimulus that is being provided is to support the main notes. There are notes given to you in the questions, right? So in the ones in the question, if you require data, you require more information to help you elaborate, that's where you extract from the stimulus. So if you have seen the examples that we have provided, some style of writing, they lumped all the notes in one and they support it from materials data from the stimulus in another paragraph, but you can also put them together, so it's how you do it, right? As long as you fulfill the requirement of the task of highlighting all the notes and the information that has been provided to you. Okay, yes. I wouldn't have a preference because it's very much individual. I can only suggest it's best if you have the notes and you support it with details from the stimulus. That way it will be well flow. And some of the details that you extract from the stimulus might be a repetition of the notes. So again, you have to look at the context of question and your style of writing as well. But basically, you must ensure that it has an introduction, because in the whole article, right, it must have an introduction followed by some points, and it must have a conclusion. Now, how long the conclusion and introduction is depends, but I would rather have something very brief, because then more focus can be put into your points rather than spending more time on introduction and conclusion, which does not really carry weight in terms of the task fulfillment. All right. Okay, so if you look at the samples just now from B2, C1, and C2, can you see the difference? All right, you can see the difference in terms of structure. You can see the difference in terms of vocabulary. So some of the vocabularies that you use in these samples has to be one that reflects the level that you intend to get. Okay, so if you target something very simple, then you will fall into that range. Okay, any questions for part 3? No question. All eager already. Can't wait to wait until 12. All right. What will be happening this morning is will be sharing with you a link. Now, this link is more towards giving you a feel of how the whole process of sitting through the test will feel like. All right. It will also give you the actual interface, how you navigate, how do you move from one page to the other, what are the icons you'll be encountering when you are actually sitting for the test, so that when you actually sit for the test, it's not something new. All right. So you will be familiar with, okay, how did they start? Okay, what is to do next? As they are transitioning from one page to the other, what will be the icon appearing on your screen? Where do you locate the timer? Where is the button that you need to click? What you do not need to click. Remember the ones that we shared yesterday? Do not click this. So it gives you that feel and it gives you the experience of seeing the actual and interface. Okay. The test that we have for you does not give you a level. Okay. If it gives you a level, then you don't have to sit for the real test. Okay, it doesn't give you a level. However, it provides you answer key. All right, it provides you answer key, except for productive components. As we have done this since the first day, when you are doing the speaking component, what did I request you to do? Record your answer. So you can do that. As you are going through the components of the test, you can record yourself and later gauge it or put it through an AI, okay, to see what level you are. For writing, I would require you to type the answers into the text box, copy them, put it into a document, Word document, so that later you can check based on text analyzer, or you can check it against write and improve to see where you actually are. So what we are promoting, what we are actually encouraging you to do is to do self-assessment. Okay, it's good to self-assess yourself against an AI apps to assist you in ensuring that you are on the right track. Okay, because I know it's quite difficult for you to get another peer to actually look into your work, or yeah, because we are adult learners, right? Sometimes it's best that you would like to do it on your own. So I leave that to you in terms of freedom. But if you have a very strong support in your school, for example, or within your district, on how you can actually check each other's responses, by all means do that. Okay, all right, so basically that's going to happen in a few minutes' time. Do you want a short break before we actually start? Because I would like you to actually open your laptop, have your headset all ready, because I do not want to hear the listening text to be heard in the hall, preferably. All right. So it will be best if you have an earphone for you to actually listen to the listening, and also we can't do much with the speaking because we need the headset or even record yourself, but at least the listening one. All right, it would be good if you could have a headset ready. Set yourself. All right, set yourself at your own place. Don't worry, even on the real day, if you're seated next to each other, you'll not be able to copy. Each of you will be given a very random set. So within the same room of 15 candidates, we might have 4 to 5 different sets going on at the same time. So you can't really say that if I'm seated next to you, I can copy you, you can copy me. You can't do that. And you can't even open a tab. Okay. So just bear in mind, the moment the system detects there is a running applications in the background, the test will stop. Okay, the test will stop. There will be a dialog box popping up on the screen saying that you have something running at the background. So there's no way that you can get get yourself extra help there. Okay, handphones have to be switched off, just like any other test centers. Handphones will be with the invigilators. I believe invigilators will have a special box placed at the back or in front of the room for you to place your handphones and for you to proceed with your tests. Okay, all right. Okay, so can we start at 8:55? So you can go to the ladies, to the gents, set yourself up. Yesterday, some people are asking me, can I start the first two component on the phone and then followed by on the desktop? It's up to you. Anything that makes you comfortable and you can actually sit through it. Yeah. Have yourself prepared that this is going to be a whole test. So you are going to see how you as an individual can cope with the running of that 2 hours, 2 hours 45, 2 hours 50 minutes journey. Okay, so you get yourself through that. Still, a bit more. Okay. Okay. Okay, all good. Nama mock test kan? Alah, mock test ni just to give you a feel je. So this is also to give you an idea of how you are able to cope that 2.5 hour, 2 hours 50 minutes journey. Okay? So some people dia lepas certain component dia dah penat sangat. Dia dah penat, dia macam whatever goes lah. All right. Okay, so for the following components, listening, grammar, vocabulary, reading, please write your answer on a separate piece of paper. You answer it inside the test, but at the same time, just scribble somewhere so that you can check the answers later. But once you submit, once the test ends for each component, you're not able to come back to it. Okay? All right. This is how the interface is going to look like. So the order of the component is as the real time. That means which component do you start first? Speaking. Mana listening. You start with speaking. In the actual test, that set is being put for you. It's already preset for you. Okay. But for the purpose of this mock test, you have to select the skills. All right. So you start with speaking, followed by listening, then grammar, vocabulary, reading, and finally writing. Okay. So I'm going to give you 2 hours and a half. I think 2 hours and a half should be sufficient because for reading component, you don't really need that 1 hour. Okay. Plus minus 2.5 to 2 hours and 45 minutes. Okay. So when you come to this main page, you will go first to speaking. You have to click speaking and then take the test. Okay. Click speaking, take the test. After you have done speaking, go listening, take the test. Grammar, take the test. Reading, take the test. And finally, writing, take the test. Okay? Some manual things to be done. Okay, are you ready? So this is grammar. You will have the answer key. Don't go through the answer key until you finish the whole round. Don't disrupt that flow. Okay, just go through each until you finish. Okay, are you ready? For me to give you the link? Uh, if you're on a laptop, it's best that you just type in that link. All right. But if you can connect it to your laptop, screenshot and terus masuk to be scanned in your computer. Okay, shall we? So we are now 9 o'clock. So we will stop 11:30. Okay. Siapa yang ambil set? Kak Fatimah. Okay. Tak apa, as she comes in. All right. So we will stop at 11:30. By 11:30, everybody must complete all the 5 components. What's the order? Speaking, listening, grammar, reading, and finally writing. Okay? All right. Don't stress so much. Just take it easy. Enjoy the ride. Okay? Enjoy the ride. Here is not to see how you do overall, but it's just to see how you are able to manage this. Okay? All right, let's look at the link. So you can either key in https://britishcouncil.org/exam English Aptis Prepare Advanced. These materials are provided by British Council. If you forget this sequence, we have the sequence by the side. Okay? Okay? Enjoy the ride. find that on the other side. Either you can scan atau you can key. Yes, you can start now.